You know, if you blinked, you probably missed it. 2025 was the year OpenAI didn't just move the goalposts for AI, they launched them into a completely different stadium. Today, we're going to break down the absolutely pivotal announcements from OpenAI's year of nonstop acceleration. But before we get into all the products and the tech, let's start with a number. $130 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. What in the world does a number that big even represent? Well, it's the estimated value of the OpenAI Foundation. That's the nonprofit that governs the entire operation. So you see, this isn't just some tech company valuation. It's the entire backdrop for everything that follows. With resources like that and just off-the-charts pressure, the stakes for 2025 were absolutely immense. All right, to make sense of this incredible year, we're going to follow OpenAI's journey step by step. We'll start with the groundwork they laid early on, and then we'll see how they gave their AI all new senses. From there, we'll dive into how those senses were turned into real-world capabilities, building all the way up to the arrival of the next generation of models. And finally, we'll put it all together to really understand what this year of acceleration truly means. Okay, so our journey begins in early 2025, and you know, the year didn't start with some single massive bang. Instead, it was a series of deliberate, foundational updates. These were the crucial building blocks for the revolution that was about to unfold. Now, what's really fascinating here is how this visualizes the sheer pace. OpenAI used a whole series of live streams to announce everything, creating this relentless tempo of innovation. I mean, from March all the way to October, it was just one major drop after another. So this timeline is gonna be our guide. That first quarter really set the tone. After a kickoff event in late February, March brought us GPT 4.5, a really significant, powerful iteration that improved on what came before. But the really telling move, the thing to watch, was the announcement just 9 days later. New tools for building agents. At the time, it might have felt like just a developer update, but it was actually a brilliant piece of foreshadowing for the company's biggest ambitions. So, next up, OpenAI began to systematically push way beyond just text. They started building out an AI that could see, hear, and create in entirely new ways. This is where things really get multimodal. So what even is multimodal AI? Well, to put it simply, it's an AI that doesn't just live in a world of words. It can process and connect information from text, images, and sound all at once, you know, kind of like we do. And understanding this concept is absolutely key to seeing why the spring's updates were such a massive deal. And wow, this just brilliantly illustrates their strategy. Just look at this flurry of releases. They dropped next-gen audio models on March 25th, then a powerful new image generator in mid-April, followed just 2 days later by another API update, and then new, smaller, more specialized models in May. See? They weren't just building one thing, they were building an entire ecosystem of multimodal tools for developers. So, with a more powerful, multimodal foundation in place, the next logical question was pretty obvious. What can you actually do with it? As we get into the summer, the focus really shifted from pure potential to practical, action-oriented tools that were designed to get things done in the real world. To really get this shift, think of it this way. A model update, like going from GPT-4 to 4.5, is kind of like giving the AI a better brain, right? It can think and write more effectively. But an agent tool, well, that gives the brain hands and feet. It lets the AI take all that intelligence and actually go out and perform tasks for you. And hey, remember those agent-building tools we mentioned from way back in March? Well, this is where that little seed really starts to sprout. Turns out, OpenAI was laying the groundwork for this very moment, all along. The rollout was just incredibly strategic. First, in June, they released Codex to give developers these super powerful coding tools. Then, in July, they launched a dedicated version of ChatGPT for business users. And only after empowering both of those groups did they pull it all together in August and announce their own flagship product, the ChatGPT agent. This was the thing that could bridge research and take real action. All right, now we arrive at the main event. After a whole year of methodical, rapid-fire updates, late 2025 is when OpenAI unveiled its most significant, most game-changing breakthroughs yet. So let's think about this. With a smarter model, brand new senses, and the ability to take action, what was the next logical leap? I mean, what comes after GPT 4.5? GPT-5. Yup, On August 28th, the moment that pretty much everyone was waiting for finally arrived, and this wasn't just another small step. This was a true generational leap, the culmination of all the foundational work, all the multimodal senses, and all the agent capabilities they'd built all year long. And get this, it didn't come alone. This was a trifecta of innovation. Alongside GPT-5 came GPT Real-Time, a model designed for production-ready, seamless voice conversations. And then there was Sora 2, an unbelievable breakthrough in AI video generation that just left everyone stunned. I mean, think about that. In the span of about a month, they completely redefined the state-of-the-art in text, voice, and video, all at the same time. So how do you top a year like that? Well, in the final months, OpenAI shifted gears a little bit. They started consolidating all these massive gains and dropping some very, very intriguing hints about their vision for the future. And this brings us right back to where we started, to that huge number. A quote from OpenAI itself acknowledges its new reality. The foundation is now one of the best resource philanthropies in history. And that just underscores the immense responsibility that comes with the power they've built. The big capstone event was Dev Day in October. But the most tantalizing announcement, the one that got everyone talking, was something called ChatGPT Atlas. Now, details were pretty scarce, but the name alone suggests some seriously grand ambitions. Maybe a way to map and navigate this vast world of information and capabilities they've created. So in just 1 year, OpenAI fundamentally accelerated the pace of AI development and completely redefined what we all thought was possible. It leaves us with one burning question. If this is what they accomplished in a single year, what on earth happens in the next?